Hey guys, Stealth here. Welcome back to Pearl of the Orient. In case you missed last episode, New Territories was a pretty quick fight. I was able to take out all of these armored battle groups and in the process killed about 100 tanks. But because I was able to take out all of the zones and capture them for myself, I was able to get all of these battle groups destroyed instantly. I'm not sure if I can do the same thing over here, but I'm going to try. We still have 5 points left. That means I can call in a tornado group. These guys have a couple of anti-ship missiles, some more brimstones, a couple of fighters, and some paveways. But I think I have enough aircraft in the northern district, or north district as is. So let's just go into this fight. Now what they have is Yantian. I have Delta, Tsen and New Territories. Delta is valuable, but pretty hard to hold, because it is blocked by this bridge. And I'm not sure if I can hold on to that. Tsen and New Territories are also quite valuable, and I have a cohesion of 4. They're coming in with 86 tanks. ZTZ 99s and ZTZ 99As, these guys. These two, those groups, make up for the most of their threat. The ZTZ 59-2 are not particularly dangerous unless you run into them up close. That's when their AP really starts to ramp up, and once that happens, there is a fairly good chance that even challengers are going to go down. They simply don't have the armor at short range. So, I'm going to have to try and keep them at range. Make sure that I don't get too close to the ZTZ 99s because they have a lot of AP, 24. My Challenger 2s have 25 frontal armor, so as long as I can keep them at range, at bay, that will work. That will be enough. But they have a lot of them, and I don't. I just have 12 of these, and the rest is Challenger 1, as well as Chieftains. These guys have 17 AP, but 19 frontal armor. These have 14 frontal armor, but 20 AP. So you're trading armor for armor piercing. These things have a frontal armor of 21 and 22, so even at short range or at their maximum range, these things don't have enough. These do, but not by much. 22 will go through the frontal armor of that and these, but barely, so they're going to have to fire quite a few rounds. Now all of these have APS. You can see they have the Norinco, and that means that it's going to be quite dangerous or quite difficult to get enough HGMs through that weapon or through that defense. I do have striker extractors, which have a very good range against tanks, but I'm not sure if I can field enough of them or get enough of those missiles on target through the APS to deal damage. Now they also have a couple of aircraft, 38. I have 45, which is far more than you normally have, but then again, Ash and Shadows changes this stuff. These are going to be very handy. Tornado GR1s with cluster bombs. That is something that those tanks cannot defend themselves against. And aside from that, I have a variety of weapons, such as the Brimstone 2 and the Glide Bomb. I have a Tornado GR1 with just a couple of HE bombs, which, well, they won't do much damage, but they might stun them. Further Brimstones and the Tornado GR4. They carry a lot of the ATGMs, but I'm not sure if I'm able to fire enough to go through the APS. Harrier GR3, rocket pods, fire and forget missiles, anti-tank, really high end. RAF, fighters, and a couple of actual fighters in the form of the Tornado F3. These things are more of a multi-role aircraft. Now, I do have helicopters, but they're on standby. And against those laser dazzlers that the Chinese tanks have, they are not going to be too useful anyway. Now, as for ATGMs, I have the Yeoman Auxiliary, which are not useful. They don't have the AP, they don't have the range, and they're very easy to take out. The Fusiliers are pretty easy to kill, while they do have a top attacking weapon that is pretty much always going to do damage against an enemy armored unit. I'm not too sure about the longevity. These things tend to die pretty quick. Anglian Regiment are even worse. They have an M72L4 or A4 Law. Very low AP. Coldstream Guards are AA guys, and the Grenadier Guards are NT Infantry. So it's going to have to be my tanks, my Challengers, it's going to have to be my Air Force, and the Striker Extractors. Just try and line these up and fire as many HEGMs at the enemy as I can possibly throw at them. Now I'm going to try and set up a defense initially, and we'll see how long I can hold that up. I want to hold on to all of these sectors and put these units on chokeholds. So I know that units are going to come down delta. I can wait for them there with a couple of striker extractors and a reconnaissance unit. A scimitar should do the job. I can do the same thing here. I can have a couple of HGM units here and try to spot them as they are approaching the bridges. These weapons are unfortunately guided. That means that they have to have line of sight onto the target before they're able to actually hit anything. We're just going to have to try and deal with that. These, again, striker extractors, and I'll have a scimitar. That leaves just a couple of points for the Challenger 2s, but these can be brought in pretty quickly because 10-1 has a reinforcement route through here. So I'm going to have a couple of Challengers. I'm going to have a couple of Chieftains. I'll go with Veterans here, so that at short range, when they're coming off of the bridge, they're going to get greeted by Chieftain Mark 12. And the same thing would be less viable here, because this range is a little worse. There's just potentially not enough to go through. Alright, let's start it off. I'm going to go aggressive with the HGMs. I'm going to try and find them as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I cannot see what the range is, but these things can. This is about 3,500 meters. 3,100 there. So if I can wait for them, and they come down this route, they're going to get hit by weapons fairly quickly. Here they are. Alright, let's open up with cluster bombers. That's the APS firing. That's good. I don't mind that. Because they are going to run out of APS pretty quick. There's another 120 point kill. Bombs away. AA not responding. Now they are. Bit of damage. Not too bad so far. I was able to kill a couple of tanks. These guys are already seriously damaged. Now the APS is getting overwhelmed. Looks like we may need a couple more Challengers here. I need to fire at the rear tank. Oh, they're reloading, aren't they? Yeah, they're reloading. Move. So far, they seem to be holding off to the side, which works for me, as long as I can hit them with a couple of cluster bombs. Move fast. Drop there-ish. AA there. So we can see some sparking here. Yep, there. That was a good bit of damage. Last cluster bomber, right on top of the AA. And again, fielding more Challengers. AA is moving by the looks of it. I did spark something. Yep, 25 pointers. Good. So far this is going pretty well. Let's get a Chinook here, so I can start to rearm those strikers. Fire it well. I just need the scimitar to stay pretty close so I can deal with spotting these guys. One dead. Kill. Good damage. Seeing a couple of ZTZs coming over this bridge. Challenger took a big hit. They're now starting to run out of ammo. Let's get them to the Chinook. And seeing how many weapons, or how many charges they already took, a Tornado GR4 might be able to do a fair bit of damage to the survivors. There's another kill. Another one. I'm just going for the high value targets first. Yeah, you're able to take down a couple of them, but not all of them.
Why does it always have to be me? The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Yep, there's another one. Apparently they ran out of APS.
Captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
It's a war of attrition. You're going to have to try and deal with the APS first, and then go after whatever weapons they have left. And if these things don't have APS, they're pretty much defenseless.
Heading to given grid reference.
Which is exactly where I want them.
On my way to
Holy crap, you got close. 35 points.
the only good wrecky is a dead one.
Bringing some Fusiliers here. Is there something going on this side?
Orders, sir.
No. That was over here.
Okay, what's the situation?
Oh, you're stunned. We may have something coming across. See if I can nail that.
Let's hope there's no enemy air defense.
Hit.
Where do you need it, sir?
It's not enough, I need a kill. I need it fast.
Set up a new observation post.
One of these guys... Oh, apparently they all dropped.
Guardian Angel.
Okay. They're all... These guys picked a terrible time to get stuck in the mud. Boom. Striker got him.
Why does it always have to be me?
Alright, Scimitar, move up. Okay, apparently these are really expensive missiles to resupply.
Ammo.
Because I just emptied a Chinook on them. And I barely got anything out of it.
What are your orders, sir? Someone need a Guardian Angel?
We're gonna need a few more. Those... Oh, actually, I got on the wrong one. Alright, so be it. Get out. Damn recon vehicle.
Are you talking to me?
Korax to come in. Korax launched a couple of missiles and killed another one. Looks like they're now fielding the cheaper tanks. Those are never going to hit, but these might.
Are you talking to
Okay, so far so good. They've lost a good deal of their high value tanks. I wonder what they might have left.
Spit it out, man.
Because I sure as hell didn't kill about 40 of those things yet.
Let's have it then.
Now, if I can again engage these guys and capture the Yantian sector, all of the enemy tanks will be dead. That would be an ideal outcome. But I'm not sure if I'm just ready for that yet. It's not a cheap 10-pointer. There's a bunch of 59s there. Also the artillery, I might be able to hit that with a cluster bomb. If they don't move, that is.
I say the only good wrecky is a dead one.
And, considering that I'm being attacked by artillery, they can see me. Probably cheap tanks here. Fortunately, they're starting to get clogged on the wrecks of these tanks, so they cannot approach as quickly as they might like.
Why does it always have to be me?
Alright, good number of missiles back on these vehicles. I'm gonna hold them in reserve for now,
Okay, what's the situation?
because for the moment I don't quite need that firepower yet. These are not really worth getting hit by those very high-end ATGMs. Oh, command tank. Mark it. So far, its APS is holding off these missiles. Missiles away. Gotcha. That's a 150-point vehicle killed off right there. And one of their command tanks at that. There's a lot of stuff incoming. But then again, so do I. I have a lot of tanks left too. More 59s. Shit. Striker's still being spotted by something. There might be something across that bridge that I don't know about. Let's get some challengers. I'm gonna push in. That's a priority target. There. I want their arty to fire. If their arty fires, I can drop clusters on them. These things... No, they have 2275 meter range. Come on. Come at me. I want these guys to hold, these guys to start pushing across that left bridge. I want a recon vehicle, a bushcat, moving up here. We're being attacked. What the hell? No, we're fine. Okay. This is going quite well. This is going quite well. What are you? I don't like that. What are you? Something with APS. Not enough APS. Don't have enough recon. That much is obvious. If I have to ask what is that, that's generally not a good sign. These guys are starting to lob ATGMs back at me. Which is not something that these challengers really have an answer to, because they don't have an APS of their own. Boom. But neither do you. Let's get the scimitar across. Boom. New target lit up. That should do. Get out. Get a new one on patrol here. Bushcat should hold that bridge for now. The Challenger 1-1s. I want those to back these guys up. You're amphibious, no? Yeah, you are. AA gun. So far, so good. Let's bring a command tank forward. Yeah, I saw you there for a second, Sunshine. Gotcha. Second's enough. How about hunting down some units here? Shit, this bushcat got hurt. Good number of vehicles here, including 99s. Okay. I know I'm flying ATGM or cluster bombers into AA, but I need to get rid of them. That large combination of tanks there. This is a pretty easy target. Look at that. That was a lot of 95-point units, and all of my aircraft survived. Damn ATGMs. Those invars are lethal. Alright, I had a command tank here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Move up. Now these things give an out of ammo warning, but that's mostly because of the smoke dischargers. Those have been used. That's when the game thinks, oh crap, this thing is running out of ammo. This thing is running out of armor though. Recon up.
Are you talking to me?
Already. A lot of it.
Need some extra eyes, sir? Sky is ours.
He's dead. That's another 95 pointer.
Where do you need us, sir?
I want you to hit those artillery units. These things come with glide bombs. They should have an easy time taking out those AA pieces. Or sorry, the RD. Yep. That's that. Just need to secure this place. Oh crap.
Let's have it then.
You guys are not built to take on a ZTZ-99.
Grab the binoculars, Corporal.
At short range, you might stand a chance, but at long range, absolutely not.
Move on. At the ready, sir.
Get that tornado over here.
Give us great rest.
Command tank. I actually do not want to kill the command tank. I want to capture the zone. That's going to be far more effective than scaring off this battle group.
Brace yourselves, we're flying in.
We're gonna use these things in a way that they're not really designed for. I'm gonna use them to set a smoke screen.
Are you talking to me? Ready, sir.
Come on, get the command tank in. Quick. Lost another 1-1. There's the ZTZ. Hold fire. What happened? They retreated. Okay, I killed 5,000 points of tanks. I lost 120. 2 challengers. 1-1. So that's not a bad kill to death ratio. As far as these battle groups are now, they have 3 tanks left. With a couple of recon units and all of their aircraft. For some reason they didn't use any of these. Okay. So you're running, huh? I have the perfect medicine for that. Goodbye. Okay, and now we have control of Yantian. If I can take out Pingu, that will allow me to neutralize their airport and take out any further aircraft. The other zones that they have are over here. Xiyong. Not particularly valuable, it's just 5 points. I don't believe they can bring in any reinforcements here, because none of these zones are spawn points. The one thing I have to look out for is this Marine Regiment here, as well as a Naval Attack Squad. Let's see. I'd say we're not doing too poorly. I don't have any units left that can maneuver or go on R&R, so let's end the turn. That was turn 1. And I killed most, if not all, of the enemy battle groups. Alright, the enemy fleet's underway. What are we looking at here? Okay, so they're coming in 2 waves. First is that fleet, with the Knox-class frigates and the Haobai, as well as, Shantou, not really threatening. Land forces. Anzac Expeditionary Force. Armored Regiment. Consisting of a lot of infantry. Come on, show me. M101 ANZ Brams. AS2 Mexes and Scorpions. They have... what the hell are these? Thunderbolt Bushrangers. Grenade launcher. ATE weapon. Okay. I'm not really sure when I'm going to use these, but they're mostly good against enemy infantry. And they have Vickers Mark 11s, Light Horse Battalion, another couple of Abrams as well as AA, but not too many. MPFSTs, Agrojackos, Anzacs and Commandos, and Tiger ARH. Artillery Company. Hell no. These are terrible. These are the only reason I would consider calling in that battle group. First, we have to deal with the naval side of things. We can call in the illustrious escort. These guys have long-range anti-ship missiles, not ATGMs. These have long-range anti-ship. That's even worse. But they only carry one missile. The Sea Whiz should be able to stop that easily. Your best range is 9.1. You don't even have too many of these. The problem is they have medium stealth. They might be hard to find. I do have Panthers, so these should be able to at least find the enemy ships. Oh, and I have recon helicopters on a naval group. Alright, I'll take it. Also, a couple of CF-18s would be exceptionally useful in taking out any ships over here in Lima. So you're going. We're going to be attacked on the enemy turn. Not my turn. I have fighters here as well, so I can shoot down those Su-27s and the Fiebau. I could embark this battle group, but that would mean I'd have a couple more ships. Maybe. Anyway, we don't have to worry about that one. We have to worry about Yantian. They are coming in with a lot of infantry. Luzandui, with those ZBL-08s that we've seen on the Second Korean War. Good autocannon, APS, decent armor, very good speed, and a dangerous HGM at 23. Yao Long, AT infantry, long-range AT infantry. What is that? Is that a grenade launcher? I think that's a grenade launcher, which is very dangerous at that rate of fire. So I'd have to take these guys out when they're still in the helicopter. A couple of FN6. Now I have a lot of more zones, but they have a lot more units. I'm not really looking forward to this fight. But then again, I don't have to fight it on their terms. I can fight it on mine. And that means I can bring in my tanks. And everything else. Because I already pushed through, and from here I can resupply them. They also have a couple of defensive units in this sector in Shenzhen. And that's about all they have. Oh, they're also looking at a marine regiment on the left flank. With 6 Nox-class ships, 10 Haobai. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Those are going to be hard to find. Quite hard to find. What's the map look like here? I start out in there, and that one. I think they're going to have this one as a start. What if I engage them? I'm going to come in from Naval Sector Echo. They might start in Delta. Their anti-ship missile range is 8.7 and 9.1. I outrange them, but I can't spot them. I don't have a spotter. That could be a problem. Because without a spotter, they basically have more range than I do. Okay. First scare off this battle group in Shenzhen. Because they don't have a command unit, so get out. Yantian I'm going to wait for the next turn. What else can I call in? Yeah, the Princess Patricia Regiment. That's a lot of infantry. Highlanders. The RBS 56 Andrad. Top attacking heat munition. That's a missile I haven't seen before. Starstreak, JTF-2. and a lot of Canadian airborne, which are really good against enemy infantry. Their transports, though, not that good. Well, maybe with the exception of the Kodiak. These things have a lot of frontal armor and the Bushmaster. Recce, Pathfinders, Coyotes, Cougars. Nice weapon on that, the Bushmaster. As well as a couple of those Apaches. WA-864 Cree. Air Dats. Those things can engage absolutely everything. Ground targets, helicopter targets, airplanes. They have 3 HE, they have 25 AP. I just want to call in this battle group for this unit alone, just to try it out. Anyway, I have some units that I can move up, such as the Light Tank Battalion. I think they might come in handy against all that infantry there. The FOB I'm going to send to Shenzhen eventually. And I'm going to let that Marine group come to me. I cannot really send these aircraft any further forward, unfortunately, because they don't have the range. These guys do have the range. I need something that does area damage, such as this. Tornado GR1 Mark 10. Your AA is non-existent. But then again, so is their AT capability, really. These, sure, they have HEGMs, but they will be constantly moving around. The Z9s could be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to have to turtle up in buildings and use the Coldstream Guards for that. Yeah, I'm going to be fine here. I might be able to use these things anyway. Now, let's say they're going to attack me in Shenzhen. What would that look like? That could look like a helicopter group, an airborne regiment, which would mean Z5s and a lot of them, Z9s. And these are quite dangerous helicopters if they'll deploy them all. No further tanks. Yeah, reserve tank regiment. But they're all pretty shitty with the exception of these 3696As. Those could come into Shenzhen. So we're going to have one aircraft group on the defensive there, just to be safe. End the turn. The presence of 2 ready-to-move Chinese helicopter regiment and as many Marines. Yes, well, they're welcome to try. Okay, Yantian's first. They apparently also brought in an airborne regiment. Unless I completely overlooked those before. Okay, they have Alpha. That must be because of those helicopters. My AA is going to have to come from units that are not in support tab, because they don't have any support tab. I have a lot of tanks, which these things cannot do anything against. Yeah, they can throw rocket pods at them, but my tanks won't really be bothered by that. That means that units such as the Rarden, the Mongoose, Bushcats, Ares, well, not so much Bushcats, but the Ares, these things have a decent anti-helicopter solution. I might have to use Apaches, but they're pretty expensive for that. Coldstream Guards, SAS have AA, Javelin Fusiliers are AT. I do have aircraft. Short-range AIM-9Ls on the Tornado cluster bombers. This is not a solution for helicopters. These cannot target any airplanes. These have short-range fire and forgets. And these have, again, short-range fire and forgets. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we're up to. Now, I would prefer not to start over there with a command helicopter, if you don't mind. I don't have naval units, but deploying a ship or two there would have been perfect. They would have no chance. Just helicopter spawning here would be dead instantly. Now, I'm going to assume that they're going to deploy some helicopters here. And I'm going to assume that the Mongoose can hold those off for a bit. Especially if they get some assistance from Rardens. Although the Rarden itself... Oh, actually, the Rarden has been boosted. These things now have 8 frontal armor. Yeah, they'll be fine. The only problem is, if they don't deploy just helicopters but also infantry there, or let's say vehicles, that would rain on my parade a little bit. So 12 challengers over there should be enough of a deterrent. I'm going to have to make sure that these vehicles never cross these bridges. Because if they cross, then that's pretty much the end of me, because the infantry I have versus the infantry they have, well, let's just say they have a massive advantage. Okay, time to capture some zones. Sultan over there. I want Charlie. Can't afford that. North District is not too critical of a zone. Let's go with a command tank over here. Alright, I wonder what this is going to look like. Oh boy. Yep, they're all spawning in here. Weapons free. Weapons free. And they're also spawning on this side. And this is a part where I did not deploy any AA. Because I expected them all to come in here. And at this point, the ZSDs are getting so close that they are doing a lot of damage. Look at how much infantry is going to die inside these transports. Command unit flying in? Really?
Has an enemy chopper been spotted?
Nothing if not bold, I'll give you that.
Are you talking to me?
If I can neutralize Pingu, that neutralizes their ability to bring in reinforcements. Okay, the Challenger's in trouble. Chieftains so far have done a really good job, but now they're struggling. Let's buy them some time. Time to bring in a couple of aircraft. I need a couple of those short-range AIM-9Ls to deal with these things.
What's the problem, sir?
Easy pickings here. Another command helo coming in.
Brace yourself, we're flying in.
Jesus. Slaughter. I think this was never supposed to happen in the campaign. Turbine failure. Whoa! And I mean, this was never supposed to happen. You're not supposed to take them out this quick. Boom, gotcha. Now, I could really use an HE bomber. Unfortunately, I cannot afford that just yet. These tanks are all fine. These things are alive, but not by much. Tanks are wasting a fuck ton of ammo here. Because it's just infantry. Oh crap. I'm gonna need a new recon unit. Yep, right about now. That was not as lethal as expected.
Why does it always have to be me?
We need to find that new command unit that they have somewhere. Oh, these things have a lot of APS. That's handy.
Are you talking to me?
Chieftains. Need you to move up a little. Not too close, because the enemy infantry is still out for blood.
Are you talking to me?
Lose Andui. Lost a chieftain. Command unit. Oh, it's a ZTZ-99. That's why I can't kill it. Not quickly, anyway. units left. Get me a warrior. I should be able to suppress them. Is that tank dead? Yep, that's one dead command tank.
We're in a combat.
How are we doing here? We just lost one tank?
I'm all
They're
in.
working on killing bulldogs. Let's bring in another Coldstream Guards here. What's that? Helo.
On my way to coordinates. Out.
Resupply these. Coldstream Guards did a really good job here shooting down enemy helicopters. But they're running out. They need a resupply. Oh, crap. Get out, get out, get out. Quick.
Sky is ours.
That's too much firepower for you to hold. I'll send you an Apache to help you out. Good job.
On my way to coordinates. Out.
That's what I was worried about, the Luzandui in there.
Are you talking to me? Why does it always have to be me?
There's too many of them. Can we get a bomber? Can't quite afford it yet. Oh, this thing is going to take a beating. Challengers are designed to take beatings, but not like that. Not at that range.
Someone needs a guardian angel.
Get out.
Sector 3 is ready to go.
Command unit running away. We got that Apache to take it out. Capturing supply trucks, that's very kind of you.
Someone needs a guardian angel.
Oh crap, this thing is more lethal than I was hoping.
Sky is ours.
Need to move that way. Go. Take out the command tank. Now.
Let's wait for targets to fly by. And then
No, don't waste your missiles on cheap 7-point vehicles. Go for the command tank. Kill them. Got him. Okay. So what did we kill? 3,782 points. They lost both of their command tanks. They lost 2 of their command helicopters. They lost 62 62 infantry units. Jesus. What does it look like? Losses. Ridens, some chieftains, scimitar. Easy. So they're running. Naval fight. I have Naval Sector November. I have a +4 from cohesion. They have a +8. And that's not even counting all the sectors that they own. They have now 16 Haubai, 14 Nox frigates. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a question of who finds the other party first. And I'm not sure I can win this. I might take some serious losses in this one. First up, all the aircraft. Next, I want reconnaissance units. And depending on where they're starting... That's the problem with the Skuld. The Skuld, if it launches, it gives away its own position. If it does that, there's a fairly good chance that it dies, well, pretty much instantly. Let's lob some ATGM or ASMs at the target. Start out like that. Here they are.
okay, fire some.
Holy crap. Look at that. The say there are some more ASMs over here than I was hoping would be a bit of an understatement. Turn off your weapons. In the meanwhile, we're doing a fair bit of damage to them. Well, maybe more than a fair bit of damage to them. Jesus. I'm not sure if I traded up or down here. That was a lot of losses on my part. Pretty much all the Type 26s. And I deployed a good number of my skills there as well. The good news is that I think we may have weakened them quite severely. Let's see, can you intercept these missiles? That would be a yes. And not just that, apparently. Goodbye. Quickly call in additional ships. How many missiles do these carry? That's critical. If they carry 4 missiles each, then that means they're about to run out of ammo. How by 12 missiles? On a 45-point boat? Ship, excuse me. Can you intercept that? Yes. Okay, we got a 15-point kill. Beautiful. We can call in some additional Panthers. Because firing these missiles one by one is not the most effective way to use these resources. Get out of the way. Because the Shantus are not too happy to see you. Oh, shit. I can't move that ship just yet. Move. Oh, there's a Nox back there. That's good to know. Get into the sector. We're firing really expensive missiles at really cheap ships. Not the best way to use resources. Oh shit, left flank. Get him out of here. Another how by. I think we killed a good number of these things by now. There's one. That's your next target. There's a Nox kill. There's another Nox coming up on the south. This one's happily lobbing one harpoon after the other at the enemy Nox. That's not really going to work. You're dead. Ooh, you got him. Good work. Lost a skilled. By the looks of it, thanks to own missiles. Okay, I still can call in 2 more Panthers. If I can resupply the other ones, that would help. Okay, then I can go hunting for these Nox class ships. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Make that 5 because this one's moving. He's dead. Okay, let's call in an LCU. Use this island for resupplying. Come on. There. You're almost in range, these skills. Actually, let's use all the skills in one group. Spread them out a bit more. The Indies, as far as I'm concerned, are free to fire. Maybe they can sink one of those Noxes between the two of them. Good hit. Oh, your radar antenna's crippled. That means you're good as dead. Snipe. Oh, there was two of them. Boom, you're dead. Yep, there we go. Panthers are being resupplied. I'm gonna snipe these two. Or not. Decent damage, but no kill. You guys are gonna be an attack group. Let's call in some more skills. Since those How By are dead, I feel a lot safer. Or at least, they're dead as far as I know. You secure that position. What's your anti-air range, Nox? 2800 meters versus 4 clicks. I win. There's a Shantu coming up. And the Nox. Nox looks like he's getting eager to fire missiles. Yes, he is. Hit, kill. Perfect. Incoming missiles. Left flank Indy got a hit. Let's go hunting. Shit, lost an Indy. How many command ships do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're starting to run a little low on these things. There's a Shantu kill. These things are worthless. They do have a bit of defense by the looks of it. Stay alive. There's another Nox. That's... yeah, that looked painful. He got hit by an anti-ship missile. Oh, shit. Another Independence just got destroyed. Somehow they're still finding my ships. Speed things up a little. I still have 28 minutes left though. Normally I have 20 minutes, I think the mod changed that. You can almost get a 2-for-1 here. I would love to capture that Muna. That's worth a lot of supplies. 5 clicks out. Let's see if I can get him. There's a 75 pointer. Oh, that's that Independence. He's still firing. He just lost line of sight, but he got him. Move in. I think 2 missiles each should do the trick. Or not. Okay, next. Ceasefire. Can we get a 2-for-1? Nope, but we can do a lot of damage to you. Oh, nice, you got them both. Go get the Muna. Okay, so they have Kowloon, and that might be it. That might be the last command zone that they hold. So we're first going to capture that Muna and resupply these skills for free. Then we're going to take out that last command ship. And hopefully knock that Marine group out of action. That's the real goal here, taking out the Marine group. Thank you. Oh, come on, where are you hiding? There you are. Hello? How by? Apparently he ran out of missiles. Yeah, Blip disappeared, he's dead. Kill it. Gotcha. That's the last one. Marine Regiment and Naval Attack Squadron have been destroyed. Losses: 3 Type 26 ships, 3 Independences, 7 Scolds, and 1 Panther. Kills 2400, losses 890. Not ideal. Could have been better, but at least I won't have the fear of invasion here anymore. Now there's another naval battle going on here, although I'm not sure you could actually call it a naval battle, because they don't have any naval units, so get out. Okay, well, this is the end of the episode 2. Next episode, we're going to have another couple of rounds apparently in Yantian, Shenzhen. I wouldn't be surprised if this naval group started to move up, this Marine regiment here. And we can call in some additional land forces. But then again, next episode. For now, hope you're enjoying these long-form episodes. I'm trying to go for about an hour a day, but that means we're going to have fewer of them. Especially at the rate at which I'm chewing through these battle groups very, very quickly. Meaning that there's just not going to be too much to kill in the short run. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for the next one.